Welcome back to Talk It Out with Marla P, where we dive into the tools, strategies, and stories that help you unlock your full potential. Today, we're talking about something that plays a pivotal role in all aspects of life: willpower. Whether you're trying to achieve your career goals, improve your health, or resist that tempting late night snack, mastering willpower is key. And who better to help us understand this than Rahul, a renowned coach who specializes in willpower management. Rahul has helped countless individuals overcome challenges, build resilience, and develop the mental strength to stay committed to their goals. In today's episode, we explore the science of willpower, practical strategies to strengthen it, and inspiring stories of transformation. Rahul combines an MBA in HR and a master's in organization development. Let's welcome Rahul to the show. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Marla, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm all excited to what we unfold in next 30 to 45 minutes.
Absolutely, absolutely. To kick things off, I'd love to know more about your journey, what inspired you to focus on willpower as a coaching specialty.
Absolutely. So, uh, not knowing that this will result to where I am today, I
Mhm.
was a young 9-year-old boy when my father shared with me this quotation: "Where there is a will, there is a way."
Absolutely.
uh, and I was not knowing what he is meaning and what it all entails, but that has been the driving force for me.
Hmm.
Every time when I am down, when I am sad, when I am not up to my good way of doing things, that quotation comes to my mind, and that is what it drives me. And over a period of the journey that I have lived so far with the grace of God, I have
Hmm.
come to one conclusion, that everything happens to us is for a reason.
Absolutely.
Everything happens to us is based on the choices we make.
Hmm.
And at times we think that someone else is doing things to us, but ultimately it is we who are doing things to our own self. And that's when the willpower come into play. Uh,
Absolutely.
We want to lose weight, but we can't lose weight if we are eating 5 days out. If we have a huge friend circle with whom we have to do happy hour and dining out, so we cannot do both things. Now we
Hmm.
have to prioritize.
Hmm.
And one thing, Marla, without going with spilling the beans on the willpower, is always, and again, there are words like always, never, we should not be speaking, but
Hmm.
just spake of repetition, we should focus on starting small. Don't try to go for mountains and don't go to go to the moon. Start
Hmm.
small. Start with the bus stop or the stop sign next to your home.
That's right.
So
More tangible
early.
goals.
Yes, tangible, small. So
Hmm.
that is what is the cornerstone of my coaching. Uh,
Okay.
because as a coach, I am not having a silver bullet. I am not having something, that a pill that I can give to my coaches and they will do wonders. No, what I
Hmm.
have is a perspective. What I have is allowing them to think from within. And it is you who will make the change happen, not me. I'm just a mediator sent by God to help you what you do the best. And
That's
you
right.
only know what you do the best.
Hmm.
Once you know yourself, I mean, sky is also not the limit. You can do wonders for yourself.
That's right.
Mm.
I agree with that. Let's talk about willpower itself. It's a term we hear a lot, but what exactly is it and why do so many people struggle with it?
So, just like mindset, so willpower, mindset,
Hmm.
now it has become a buzzword. Mindset coach, there are so many mindset coach.
Hmm.
The willpower is unique because it stems from your own mind.
Right.
And mind is funny thing for Marla. I mean, it cannot differentiate what is real and what is imaginary.
Mhm.
So if you create a picture that is not true, but if subconsciously, if you think more about it,
Mhm.
eventually it will come true. And that is what the mindset is all about. So willpower is unique because first thing
Mhm.
happens it here in our mind.
Absolutely.
Like Muhammad Ali, the famous boxer, he says that he does not loses a fight when he falls down. He loses the fight when he does not get up.
There
S-
you go.
You lose the fight or you lose the battle from mind first.
Mhm.
The result is later. I mean,
Mhm.
but it is with the mind. So that is why that the willpower, the will to do something, it's so important. Whether it is about eating a dessert or going for that morning gym routine,
Right.
or getting up to do a reading at 5 o'clock in the morning, or
Mhm.
joining a 4 a.m. club, whatever it is, the first thing is your will to do it. You need
That's
to
right.
first decide it here, and
Mhm.
then the execution will happen.
There you go.
Mhm.
There you go. I like that. So let's get into the actionable part.
Mhm.
What are some daily practices or habits that can help someone strengthen their willpower?
Yes. So in my book, Habits for Miracles, I talk about few habits that will help you design your life your way. From a willpower perspective, in my opinion, I cater the three pillars of strengthening your willpower.
Mhm.
And these pillars are the cornerstone. These pillars, if you have it, there is a very likelihood of you designing your life your way, you being successful. The first pillar is self awareness.
Mhm.
According to Forbes, only 7% of leaders in corporate America are self aware. It's very unfortunate statistics. And if we do a deeper dive, 19% of female leaders are self aware, and less than 4% of male leaders are self aware. So
Okay.
I believe that knowing ourselves
Mhm.
is very very important. Who you are, why you do what you do, what your likes, what you do not like, what kind of environment gives your best result, what kind of people that you work with. So
Mhm.
my recommendation to our listeners would be to know themselves better. And
I agree.
yes, you can always go for self assessment tool, online tools.
Mhm.
I would recommend them calling the five people, minimum five people that they trust the most.
Mhm.
Ask them, what do they think I do the best? What do they think where I struggle? Because at times, Marla, there are many things that are our blind spot.
That's
It's
true.
not that we don't know.
Mhm.
It's just, and it is not about you learning something. It is just, it's your blind spot. You will not get to know unless and until someone tells you.
That's right.
So
That's right.
so that is the first pillar. It is a self-awareness. So know yourself, know your value system. Because another thing I always believe is everyone has a story.
Yep.
So the way we do things is because of a reason, with the way we brought up, our family background, our siblings, parents, uncles, aunts, the movies
Mhm.
we watch, everything plays a vital role and shape us as a leader who we are or who will become.
Mm.
The second pillar, the way I see it, is about knowing your why.
I love that.
Why you want to do what you want to do.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people says that money is the motivator for many, and yes, I'm not denying it. At times when I grew up, when I was starting my corporate career, yes, money was important.
Mhm.
Once you reach a certain level, then money is no more a motivator. You really need to, for you to wake up early in the morning fresh, you need to have that purpose, that why you want to do it. So you need to know your why.
Mhm.
Once you know your why, you will be able to achieve the results that you want to get. So
Right.
we were talking earlier about going to gym, losing a weight, or that dessert.
Mm-hmm.
If you just say that I want to give up sugar, or I want to give up anything, it will go strong for you maybe for a few days. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
another statistics I will tell you, because I just wrote a post about it today. 56%, that is the statistics, 56% of people who take New Year resolution, they
Mm-hmm.
are unable to achieve that resolution, or they give up by mid of February.
I
So
believe it.
New Year resolution that gets set up on 1st of January of every year, they
Mm-hmm.
give up, in middle of Feb. So the one of the reason why they give up is their why is not very strong. They don't know why they want to do it. So my request to our listener is find that why. And once you know your why, then it would be it will be a very clear path.
That's right.
There will be no ifs and buts for you. So that is the second pillar.
Okay.
And the third pillar uh, is, so first I told you about knowing yourself. So you can do it by asking questions to people you trust. You can do online assessment. Knowing
Mm-hmm.
your why also is something you need to do, a soul searching exercise.
Okay.
Okay, what makes you happy? That is number one. Yeah. So when you ask that, and my recommendation would be, whenever you ask these soul searching questions,
Mm-hmm.
use the Toyota system, the system that was developed by Toyota, which is a 5 why system. So
Mm-hmm.
when you ask a question to yourself, when you get an answer, ask why 5 times. So let's
Mm.
say if you ask a question why you like something, you get an answer, I like something because because it pays me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why you like it? Because it pays you. Then you get an answer, then another why. So you do it soul searching, you go more deeper, ask those questions 5 times, why, 5 whys, you will get a
Mm-hmm.
real answer. So that is how you will get to know your purpose. One way, I mean, there are multiple ways. The third pillar, most important according to me, is your inner circle.
Mm.
People with whom you stay, the people with whom you spend most of your time, day in, day out.
That's important.
It's very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people in your inner circle who are your motivator, who are really the reason why you are living your life, who are the reason why you are bringing all those positive change. And then
Mm-hmm.
there are certain people who are so these people who are motivators, I call them as energy boosters.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are certain people who wants you to do things from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And to those kind of people, I call them as energy drainers. So they are the ones who are draining your energy because they are not in a listening mode. They're trying to put themselves to you.
Right.
And once you are done with meeting with them or talking to them, you in your mind you say, man, where is my coffee? I need a coffee right now. So as a human being, it's important for us to know who are our energy drainers and who are our energy boosters. And
Mm.
let me tell you that we all will have these kind of people. There is no escape to these folks, because we may have a bad day, and when we are having a bad day, we could be the energy drainer for the person. So it's not that we are energy drainer or that individual is all the time energy drainer. There
Mm-hmm.
could be a situation that could be having a bad day, or that's why they are energy drainers. So,
Mm-hmm.
how do you find yourself or your energy drainer and booster? There is a trick I will give you is, take a piece of paper, write down the names of those 10, 15, 25 people with whom you spend more time on a daily basis,
Mm-hmm.
and put a plus sign against the name of the person who you think is the energy booster, and put a minus sign against the person who is your energy drainer. As I said, you cannot get away with those energy drainers, but knowing who are your energy drainers is important for you.
That is so true. I
So,
love
so
that.
these are those three pillars that will help you, make your willpower strong, which is knowing yourself, knowing your why, knowing your inner circle. because these inner circle people, the energy boosters, they are the ones, they are not asking you anything in return.
No,
They
no.
are just energy booster. They are just telling you that, hey man, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So there are people who are doing things because they are expecting something in return.
Right,
And
right.
and those people are not your energy boosters. They are more like, materialistic people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. As leaders, yes, we are expecting people to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
As an organization, I'm not talking about that give and take. I'm talking more on the personal level, where
Right.
uh, it's not that you will serve coffee to your spouse only if he serves you coffee or she serves you coffee 2 days in a week. It's not that. Okay, my duty is morning duty, your duty is evening. No, you
Mm-hmm.
you as an individual, you focus on giving. Be a
That's right.
giver.
That's
Because when
right.
you become a giver, Almighty seeing that you are a giver
That's right.
will
Absolutely.
come your way. Things will come to you.
That's right.
You don't need to go too far in some or the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling my son, who's a 10-year-old, that when I travel,
Mm-hmm.
whether it is local travel or air travel, I always try to help anyone, whether it is a lady, elderly person. And the reason I do it, that sometimes if my spouse, my family ladies are traveling alone, my parents are traveling alone, someone will be helping them too.
That's right. Paid for it.
So I'm just doing my bit. I'm just doing my part. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the thought process I'm instilling in him, so that when he's growing up, he also help the ladies of the world, the elderlies of the world. Whether
Mm-hmm.
it is getting up, on if you're on a subway or if you're on a bus,
Mm-hmm.
or helping them, putting the bag on the flight. Those are the small things, that you can do, because you know what, we are growing up. You never know when we would need help.
Right.
so that's something, I thought I'll just share. So these are some of the core pillars of having a strong willpower, and strong willpower will really help you in designing your life your way.
Absolutely. Those are some very, very good points. Um, how can someone handle moments of temptation? And I know it ties in with willpower too,
Yeah,
but
and it's natural. Okay, I would
mm-hmm.
say that temptation will not come,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the ways that I handle temptation is, as I was telling you, is you don't shoot for high, so you shoot for maybe 1 week or 2 weeks. So I will tell you my personal thing. So this 2025, I started with 2 week resolution of no sugar. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
no
Mm-hmm.
direct sugar. Okay, because milk also has sugar, but no direct sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was going for a coffee with a colleague of mine, with a new friend of mine. In the last moment, he said, "Hey, can we grab a beer instead of a coffee?" And in my mind, yes, I said, "Okay, I will not grab a beer. I will do something." But when I went there, I ended up having a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Coke is definitely have a sugar. So I it was not a temptation per se, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are temptations, it's okay to give up, because if it is running in your mind that
Mm-hmm.
I need that, then it is done. Then you are already gave up. So
Right.
so the temptation, like when I quit smoking almost 20 years ago, or year in 25, not 20, but yeah, 15, 16 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I tried to give up by many ways. It took me 2 years. It was
Oh,
not an overnight decision.
right. Right.
Ultimately, when I left, that was an overnight decision. But for me to come to that level, it took me almost like year and a half.
Mm.
So every
See.
time things were happening, temptation that, okay, I will only smoke when I'm with friends. Okay, I will only
Mm-hmm.
smoke when I'm boozing. Okay, I will only smoke when I'm traveling. All those things, temptation were coming, but then nothing helped. So at one day I had to just say that no, it's no. And why? That why was becoming very critical. My
Mm-hmm.
why was strong. It was for my health. it was for the family, and
Hmm.
I have to give. So if temptations are coming, it's okay to give up the temptation, but again, you need to remind yourself with your why. And
That's
why are
right.
you doing? Because if
Hmm.
temptations are, if they keep coming, then also is not good, because then you will not be able to resist, because we are human beings, we are not God, right? So
That's right.
temptation will come. So it's
Hmm.
okay, but you know your limits. Yeah.
That's right.
So I think it's okay to deal with temptations. It's
Hmm.
okay to give up, but don't give up too much that it will backfire you.
Well, yeah, it's true. So, what about decision fatigue? Many of us feel drained, by the end of the day. How can we conserve that willpower?
So when it comes to decision, I have a very and it's not that I learned it from my mother's womb. I have also learned it over a period of time.
Hmm.
Um, you always need to take a decision when you are in a happy mood,
Good point.
because when you are stressed, when you are not in good mood,
Hmm.
there is a very high likelihood of you not taking the right decision.
That's true.
So, and I'm not saying that when you are in happy mood, go with emotions, uh, but that is one of the sets that take the decision. It's okay to delay the decision. Again, if you are in that situation, I understand there are jobs, certain jobs where you don't have an opportunity to delay it.
Hmm.
But in that situation, I would recommend you to delegate that decision to someone who is wise enough, who is intelligent enough to take the decision. Just because you are the boss or you are that signing authority, it's not that you only have to take it. You have people around. You have wise.
Hmm.
A great leader is the one who has great team members. You are not in the solo. So whenever you are having a decision fatigue, my request would be to take a pause. Okay.
Okay.
Because there is another statistics, and according to insurance companies, you know what, majority of accidents that happens on the road are at the speed limit of 30 to 35 miles per hour.
Really?
It is
Wow.
not when you're a highway.
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
and when the accident is happening at such a fairly lower speed, it is it is because you are thinking something else. Either you are texting or your mind is somewhere else. So so whenever you are having a decision fatigue, just take a deep breath, take a step back, and delay the decision if possible.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very, very good point. Are there any common myths about willpower that you often have to debunk with your clients?
One of the common myth is that willpower does not exist. There is no such thing called willpower. So people are not accepting
Hmm.
that the importance of the willpower. Uh,
Okay.
they think that it is the skill, it is the resources, it is
Hmm.
the talent that really makes a difference.
Right.
And I believe it is not about the talent, it is not about the resources, it is about your willpower. In fact, just over the weekend, I watched a movie, Unstoppable. It's one of the new movie about a differently able person, who went to win a boxing and a championship in a college, a guy from
Hmm.
Philadelphia. I would recommend our listeners to, just watch that movie, The Unstoppable. And in that movie, it was everything is about that willpower, that why he wants to do what he wanted to do. So if you think that willpower is nothing, it's all about other things, you would be proven wrong when you watch this movie. Uh,
Hmm.
so that's what something I hear. Um, I also hear about everything is money, and to me, it's not about money. It's
Right.
it's not about doing things for checking the box. You need to do things that is right,
There you go.
and and it's okay, because right from your perspective, at least right from your perspective,
Hmm.
what may be right from your perspective may not be right from my perspective, but at least you can have a good night sleep thinking
Right.
that, okay, you did right from your perspective. Had you
Mhm.
known that what you are doing is wrong, probably would have not done it. So it's okay. So that is what some of the things that I've heard from people.
Mhm.
Especially in the as a leadership coach, I also hear that people don't think that leadership is something, a skill that you can really learn. uh,
Mhm.
People think that I just do it based on what I'm seeing or what I'm observing.
Right.
That's why we see that a lot of employees in the corporate America, they don't leave companies, they leave managers.
That's right.
And it
That's
is so
right.
important for us or for the corporate leaders to provide leadership training early on,
Mhm.
not when you become a leader, because when you become a leader, it's too late. So yeah,
Absolutely.
you need to take the right decision at the right time.
That's right. So you're the author of Habits for Miracles and
Hmm.
Be Action Oriented. Let's talk about that.
Sure, sure. The Be Action Oriented was written at the time when I was at my downtime,
Mhm.
the corporate level, in how I overcome that situation.
Okay.
So in that book, I mentioned about five things, or five keys to take action on a consistent basis,
Mhm.
because it's all about action, I believe. There are a lot of things looks good on paper, but if you don't execute, it's no good. That is what this book talks about, and it's available if people log into my LinkedIn account. They will be able to download it at no cost.
Okay.
Habits for miracles. It's I've used miracles as an acronym. It's an 8-letter word.
Mhm.
I have used each letter of the word miracles as a habit. So the M stands for mind talk, the I of miracle stands for ideation, and so on and so forth. So it's these habits are the one that will help you design your life your way. You don't
Okay.
need to think that just because you're born in somewhere you cannot do it. Just
Mhm.
because you live in a particular city or live in a particular state, you cannot do it. No. Um, you are from Charlotte, LeBron James, or the great basketball players. Do
He's
you only see what you see today, but do the history on how they have come to the level where they have come here. You know,
absolutely.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Bulls, sorry, the Bucks, the lead. Uh,
Mhm.
you don't want to be in his life. How he grew up. You only see the success part,
That's right.
right? You don't see the journey,
That's
and
right.
everything is possible. You can make things
Absolutely.
happen. It's all starts from here. Yeah.
Mindset. That's
Mhm.
that's it. I agree with that. I agree with that. Well, where can our listeners find you if they want to learn more about you? You have your social media handles and
Yeah, so I'm big on LinkedIn. Yes, I'm not everywhere, but LinkedIn is my go-to. They
Mhm.
can also log into my website, with my full name, rahulkaranSharma.com, and I will be more than happy to help them and assist them in any way. If they give reference to your podcast, they can get 3 coaching session at no cost to them.
awesome. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Um, and for those who are struggling right now, what's one piece of encouragement you'd like to leave with them, with my listeners?
I would tell them to be bold. Bold is an acronym, and I'm an acronym person. So B is believe in yourself.
Okay.
O stands for optimistic. Uh,
Mm,
there you need to think positive. You need to, if you keep on thinking negative, negative things will happen to you. So be optimistic. L
mhm.
stands for love yourself. At times we become too harsh on us, and if we are too harsh on us, we cannot help others. So if you want to help others, help yourself, and that's why to taking self-care, so loving yourself is important. And D is
Mhm.
dream big. You need to dream. If you want to achieve something, first thing, you have to create that visualization in your mind. If you don't dream, you will not be able to achieve what you really want. So be
That's
bold
right.
in your life. Believe in yourself, be optimistic, love yourself, and dream big. Uh, you have greatness in you. You can achieve everything that any other person has achieved in this world. You just need that willpower. You need
Mhm.
direction. And,
That's right.
and for direction, you don't have to pay $1,000 to people.
Hmm.
you can find direction. You can find your mentors, maybe in your neighborhood, maybe in your church. So it's not always about having a Tony Robbins, or great coaches, or Mel Robbins. Yes, so it's not about just getting those coaches. You can get
That's right.
coaches. You just have to see. You have to just search for them. There are so many
Hmm.
people available online who want good people who really want to help others. You just
Right.
find one.
I love that. I love that. Rahul, this conversation has been very insightful. I just thank you so much for your time and for sharing your expertise and your stories. Is there anything that you want to touch base on that we haven't discussed already, or anything
No, I
else?
think we have covered it all. The only thing I would recommend is the strategies I've shared with you, implement it. Don't just implement it, share with others, because
Right.
the world needs everyone's help. We are in it together. We are in it to save the world, to make a world happier place, to help
Hmm.
our colleagues and friends to fight with that mental health, which is not spoken very highly about. I mean,
Right.
highly on the social media, yes, but people don't really talk about it.
That's right.
So
That's
you
right.
need to be the person who could be a listener, where people can talk to you, uh,
Hmm.
because half of the pressure can go away when they release that from their heart to through their conversation. So be the person who can listen to others, be the person who can be grateful for others, and be the person who will bring smile on others. Show that you can bring a smile. You have greatness in you. Good night.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, before we leave, I would like to leave my listeners with my motto. When you see the need, plant the seed.
Mhm.
And also, if you find this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel or like this video.